For self-improvement, crafts, and fitness games, go ahead and turn on YouTube and watch Jack.
Hello everyone, Jack here in this very cold December morning in Illinois. It is freezing out and my hands are cold, but I'm going to make it through today's video, which is going over my New Year's resolution that I set for 2024, and then hopefully today or tomorrow I can get going on my 2025 New Year's resolution, but that's next week's video. So I finished the year off, and it's time to go over my goals, what I accomplished, what I didn't accomplish, and why. Let's go back to the screen. All right, here you can see I pulled up just a JPEG this time of all the information that I went through. And I failed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of my 30 challenges, which is a 66% rate? Because it's 30, 10, yeah, around that 66% rate, which is a failure. It's a D. It's a D or an F. It's been a while since I been in school, but it's not that good. But honestly, it's not that bad either. For most people who fail their New Year's goals, I did decently well this year. So let's go into it. First goal underneath the category of health and fitness, that should be fitness and not physical, is I will lose weight to 250 pounds by the end of the year, and I currently weigh 287. So that's a fail of a goal. I mark that off as a failed. The next one, and I'm going to redo this. I put this on every year. Every fat person puts on to lose weight for the New Year's goals, and none of us ever accomplish it. But one day I'm going to do it, and I'm probably going to up the goal, make it like lose 20 pounds, 25 pounds or something like that. Next up would be Implement Pomodoro Technique to force me to get off my chair and walk around more. And I did it. I actually did a video on Pomodoro Technique, so that kind of forced me to start using it. And I kind of use it for till this day. Like I write down what I will plan on doing. I set the timer, and my Apple Watch actually also sets a reminder for me to stand up and walk if I don't within the hour, which does help me kind of strengthen my legs, stop from sitting around all day for like 10-15 hours a day. I work as a software developer, so I'm on this computer chair basically forever. I work from home, so this room is my dungeon. Next up, sorry, there's a motorcyclist going by. Always in this frickin' neighborhood. Next up would be to take the sleep study to resolve my issues with sleeping. Unfortunately, I did call the insurance company. They said they wouldn't cover it, so I'm not doing it. You know, chances are I have sleep apnea. One of the fixes for sleep apnea is to lose weight, get physically fit, and that's also part of my goal. So I'm just going to mark this off as a failure, try and lose weight, and see if that fixes my sleep issues. Next up is mental health, and there are 3 goals under this category. First one is I'll take a 24-hour Tech Sabbath once a quarter. And I couldn't do that because of work. I worked quite a bit of weekends this year. It's been a weird year. As my vlogs would say, I got laid off after working an extremely hard project, which of course is how it always happens. But then I found a job right away, so I haven't really had that much time off to be able to spend time away from the computer. Again, I work as a software developer. I kind of need to be next to a computer, not to mention all these videos I do. So I'll probably do this again, but again, reduce it. The second goal would be enjoy nature by visiting 2 places on the National Park Services, and I didn't visit any place on the National Park Services. I went to Las Vegas for vacation. I only took one vacation this year. Went to Las Vegas mostly to kind of look around, get a feel of the city, see if that's where we want to move to. And honestly, Vegas is kind of iffy, you know. It's not a nice city. It's definitely got some like edge to it. Even in like the nicer locations, I'm like, the nicer locations in Illinois are nicer than the nice locations in Vegas. But honestly, like I think Chicago is $1 trillion industry. Like, they make so much money and like over there that it trickles down to the suburbs, and that's why the suburbs are really nice in spots. So yeah, and I'm not. I'm from Arizona, or my parents live in Arizona. My parents are from Arizona. They had me when they moved over to the rural part of Illinois. So like honestly, like Vegas just feels like going to Arizona, which I have to do anyways most of the years. So might as well just have like one thing as like a different scenery. So the next thing I was going to do was journal once a month in order to keep a nice log of my life. I've done that. I've been journaling pretty recently, every single month, and I'm hoping to continue that by keeping this as something I would do every month. And I like the monthly pace. It's not like every week something major is going on that I need to write out my feelings. So every month is a good pace for journaling. Next up would be learning. The first thing I wanted to do was to read 6 new books. I read 1 book for my video, which is the Pomodoro Technique Illustrated, which is a picture book. Not even like a full-on like reading book. I read a picture book. And I'm not counting comics towards that. I read comics, but obviously I read comics. Look at me. But like I don't count that as like reading. I don't really read books, which is what I wanted to accomplish this year. So that was a failure. I will learn about healthy cooking by taking a great course class. I'm doing that right now. In fact, I only have like 2 videos left. I'll probably hop on with them while editing this video. But that's good. It's cooking, the art of everyday cooking. It's a really good course, really high quality. Kind of goes through different recipes. You can then take those recipes and actually cook them on your own, learning the techniques that the head chef has talked about there. So that's good. The next one is I'll try and get a dedicated 2-hour span at work for skill improvement time. I actually got that with my older job. This new job, it's been so busy with all these different migrations and stuff that I didn't have the time to ask for that, and I probably won't get it there, The other job was definitely starting to slow down, hence why I got laid off. So we had the free time. The next one is YouTube channel hobbies, which is this thing. The first one I want to do is I want to create new graphics for the YouTube channel. I did that through the video analytics for the fitness game reviews, and that's basically it for the new graphics. I want to hopefully improve the look of this channel a little bit more than what I already do, which is not much, but I'm a terrible editor. Again, I do this mostly as a hobby to try and force myself to do new things, and it works. This is a great hobby. YouTube is a great hobby to have. The next one is I'll post a new video almost every single week. I've obviously missed quite a few videos. I didn't do the math, but I think I missed like 10 videos. So I'll probably reduce that plan a little bit more for the next goal. New Year's goals. The next one is I will focus an hour every day on completing tasks working on the YouTube channel, excluding vacation and holidays. And I've done that like every day. I came in here, at least do one of the game reviews or something else I'm reviewing, and completed that. So yeah, I've been working pretty hard on this YouTube channel, and it shows. Like I haven't been pushing out as many videos as I had on my first 2 years, but I'm doing more videos than I did last year. Next up is social. I will have 1 new vacation this year at a new place through driving. And we did it. We went up to Wisconsin for a nice weekend. It was really nice. They actually had here they have, in the Midwest, they have the cicada season, which I think every state in America has. But here is especially rare since it's every 200 or something years. both broods of cicadas. One goes every 17 years, one goes every 14 years. So like every 200 or something years, they come out together. This was the year they came out together. So they had like a cicada festival. So we went to the festival. We talked to like a lot of the researchers who were talking about the cicadas. We tried like cicada foods, like deep fried. We tried cicada gumbo. We tried all these other foods to eat them. And it was fun. It was definitely interesting to learn about these nasty, gross bugs that everyone hates. But it's interesting. So next up is I will try and go on a second vacation spot for fun, which was Vegas. So yeah, I guess I went to 2 vacations this year. One was mostly to try and look at housing. We obviously did some fun. We did some gambling. We did a lot of Cirque du Soleil shows, but mostly just to kind of see if Vegas is a nice place to live. It is for some people, not necessarily for me. I'm definitely more of like a foresty person, which my parents are in Arizona. The Las Vegas is basically Arizona, except maybe a little warmer. I mean, not to say there's not forests in Arizona. There's, obviously some in the mountains, but I want like thick, luscious forests that you get in like Tennessee or even like in the Ozarks or the Mark Twain Forest Preserve, something like that. Anyways, next stop is I will go to 5 new date places this year, traveling to an hour for at least one of them. I did. I went to a bingo area. I went to an arcade. We went to the Willis Tower in Chicago. We just went to a circus, like a regular, like Italian circus, and paint and sip. The one that we traveled at least an hour to was the Willis Tower. It shouldn't take an hour, but due to the fact that the metro, the train tracks in general in the United States are absolutely trash, it takes forever to get anywhere by train. So, yeah, that was fun. Willis Tower's great. I wish Chicago would have the balls to make a bigger tower so that way we can reclaim the biggest building in the world. But, with the current mayor, I doubt anything important will ever come out of Chicago. Sorry. Next up would be I would go to a dance party and party it up. I did so in Vegas. We went to we stayed in the New York hotel in Vegas. So we went to like a saloon. I forgot what they call it. It's based off of some movie. But we went to the saloon in Las Vegas there, in that hotel, and it was pretty fun. They had a little pole, so there was like some of like the bachelorette girls were like dancing on the pole, and I was like, this is kind of good. So next up was financial. The first one was I will increase my 401k contribution to 10% and contribute the whole year. I did that for both jobs. My first job, they would pay half percentage up to 6%. So you would get 3% if you put up 6. This current job is actually 6% up to double. So it's like if you put in 12%, they'll put in 6% of that as contribution, which is very good, which is a lot better than most places. So my current 401k contribution is at 12%. Next one is I'll pay off $20,000 of student loans. We did that this year. We paid off $20,000 across 4 different loans because each time you do a student loan, like each year they take out like a new like loan. So my wife had 20 different like loans we had to pay off through Ed Financial, which is crazy. Next up would be I will try and ask for a raise this year or get a new job that pays more. I asked for the raise, got denied, then I got laid off, and I got a new job, so successful. And the new job does definitely pay more than I'm making. See my upcoming review of each year that I talk about my finances. Next one would be household. I'll begin putting $50 a paycheck into a housing fund. I did that. Obviously I put way more in, but now I have like a $50 just reoccurring payment just set aside. Again, we still don't know where we're going to live. So that's the main thing is like, we have money saved for a house, but we just don't know where we're going to stay. That's the hard thing, is picking a new state. Especially since I don't think Illinois is that bad. I mean, people are leaving it. People rank it like the worst state because there's no nature, and that's true. There's really nothing worthwhile out here, except for the actual neighborhoods themselves are really solid. Especially in like the rich suburban areas which I live, which are nice across all nations, but I have to say, like, they do an especially good job here. Again, because we have nothing else, so you might as well. We don't have any like hiking scenes here, so you might as well make the downtown area very pretty. So, the next up is we'll begin researching and looking at new places to live. That was Vegas. The one I failed is fix a hole in the wall in the bedroom and office. So I have a hole in the wall in both these spots where we're putting curtains in. We put new curtains in. We drilled a new hole since, that required it. And we just have to fill up the old ones. We might want to do that before we leave this place. We have to sell it off to someone. Or we could just say, like, hey, take it as is. Buy this place as is. Because it's not like we need to put money in. Because, I mean, what else are people going to do? Inventory's low, so you might as well take it. Next up is presentation. One thing I failed is buy three new high-quality, stylish items once I lose weight. I didn't lose weight, so I can't buy any new items. I will get a new tattoo once I lose weight. Again, I didn't lose weight, so I can't get a new tattoo. The third one was I will get my car washed every month, excluding winter. And I did that. My car's looking very good, very clean, very shiny. The inside's nice and clean. Like, I like doing that, like taking care of my car. I used to take care of my car so much better when I had like an actual driveway rather than like a parking lot that we have at the townhouse. But yeah, it's not bad. So the next one is going to be the other category, stuff where I couldn't figure out where to put them. First one was I was going to make a new themed food list every other month. I did that. We did German, Caribbean, Korean, vegetarian, video game, and Spanish, which is kind of mostly Mexican food we did. But yeah, my favorite out of all of them is easily Caribbean food. Like, so much fresh fruit, so much like cooked vegetables. It was very good. Like pineapple, I love pineapple. So like every dish we had pineapple on it, and it was delicious. We had it was just all good. Like I don't even remember what we did. I have to pull it up, but I think we did good. We did jerk chicken, which I love me some jerk chicken. And greens, collard greens. Oh, God. I want Caribbean food now. And that's one thing that's nice about this area of Illinois, going back to it, that there's just so much different food, so much like different cultures. Like the spot I'm at is like, it's mostly white, but the neighborhood right next to me is mostly Hispanic. The neighborhood next to that is a majority Indian. So I got like great Mexican food. The next neighborhood has amazing Indian food. Going to Chicago, you got great like soul food. You got great chicken. Oh God. You got crack cake. You got all this other good stuff in Chicago. That the food is definitely one of the reasons why we're here. Probably one of the reasons why I'm morbidly obese as well, but All right, next thing I will talk about is the Celebrate Obscure holiday. I honestly completely forgot about this. I usually look at I put on the list to review my New Year's goals every single week. And every week I look at that and I'm like, oh yeah, I got to look up an obscure holiday. But I forget to add it to to-do list, and I just never do it. So I completely forgot to do that. That's something that's putting on for next year. Last one is I'll make my own pop this year, or second to last one is I'll make my own pop this year. I did that. I made my own root beer, and it was so good. The last one is I will volunteer twice this year outside of work. And I did like a river cleanup, which was a lot of fun. And then bulb planting, which is less so. I'm not that big of a gardener. But the river cleanup was super fun. We got some grabbers. We talked to other people. We got to like dig around in the areas. And we picked up so much trash. It's insane how much like people would just throw out of their car just onto the river. You know, just poison the waterway. What can go wrong? So yeah, those are my New Year's goals. So next year I'm going to do 31 goals since I'm 31 now. So we'll see how well that goes. I got some ideas already on here to carry over, and I'll come up with some new ones. So I'm going to do that now. Maybe record today, maybe record tomorrow. Who knows? But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any ideas, let me know. Let me know if you accomplished your New Year's goals. Tell me how many you planned out, how many you accomplished. Did you do better than 66%? Because I don't think you did. No one can do better than Jack. Like and subscribe. Follow me on X and Instagram at TrueJackJank. Lastly, I want all you guys watching to have a fantastic day. If you are wondering how you can improve, you can't do it alone. You can only improve together.